Quiet, numbskulls, I'm broadcasting.
Ben Sorensen's Real Country Interviews, bringing you the stars of country.
It's Ben Sorensen here, and this is my Real Country, and an old mate of mine today that I don't know why or how this worked out, but you haven't been on the video version of Real Country before. It's Paul Costa. How are you, mate?
Good. Oh, I'm great, mate. How you going?
I'm good, I'm good. Hey, I checked out your Facebook fan page.
Yeah. And
I thought it was a perfect time to have you on because you're more popular than me.
Thanks, mate. That's a really good reason. But
yeah, it's a great reason. Great. So now I'm cool by association.
Oh, there you go. Like you, mate. I can't believe it's you know, we haven't had this chat yet. So it's really great to finally catch up.
I know, and you've been doing some good work out there. I'm very, very impressed. And the last album, which will very soon be an old album for you because you got some new stuff in the works.
Yeah.
I'm still enjoying that, and I'm still listening to it and still loving it. And we're going to talk a little bit later about one of my favourite songs from the album, and a great clip it was that went with it. But right now, I'm interested in what you're doing at the moment. Tell me about the creative process for the new album, and what can I expect?
Well, we've been writing. Really, this project started probably in February last year, after nearly straight after I was nominated for 3 Golden Guitars, and those awards, were over, and so we sort of thought, well, what do we do next? So I had another meeting with my producer, ROD McCORMAck, and we started the Wheels in process way back then, and we've been writing since then, and we've finally got enough songs together to kick off the recording process. Probably in the next couple of weeks, we're going to be in the studio, which is very exciting. The tracks are looking good. It's one thing to record songs, but you want to make sure that they're good ones because you only get to put about 12 on an album, and to record them and to promote them, as much expense and effort goes into that. So obviously, a good track helps sell itself. That's something that I truly believe. So I think it's very important to try and keep the standard high, as all musos do, or artists do. But it's really important. I think you're better off waiting, having the right material, and then bringing it out. So that's what we've been doing.
Well, I think you're spot on there, because one of the things that is so important when releasing an album, and especially from a listener's point of view, is balance. And it's the balance between having a great story, fantastic melody and musicianship, as well as having something that really suits the voice. And I think that's something that you've been particularly good at over your career, is finding a balance between those three so that they all gel to be a great end product that does withstand the test of time.
Oh, definitely. It's interesting to go back to my first album. I can't believe that this is going to be, we're working on the 4th project now, and how time flies when you're having fun. But you go back to the first album, and Rod's produced all of them so far, and you sort of you haven't heard them for a couple of years because you just don't. You always, the latest creation is always the favourite. Yeah. Yep. But you sort of think, well, that still sounds bloody great. Coming out. But so it's really good to have that standard of product that, like you said, stands the test of time. We can go back 10 years' time and it's still going to sound good, and that's something that gives you a lot of pride.
Well, sadly, my YouTube account doesn't work like that. You go back to some of my earlier videos and I just go, oh my God, was that really in fashion? Was your hair really like that? Did you really have a smooth face?
Some film clips can be like that as well. You sort of go back a few years and think, ooh, what was I thinking?
All I can say is thank God for Photoshop. It's all good. It's all good. But new albums are very, very exciting. And also, new shows, because it seems to be that Paul Costa has just, I mean, you've always been popular, you've always had a great fan base, but I think it's almost like you found another couple of gears to move it up to, because you're all over the place and doing such a good job at the moment.
Well, it's funny you should say that, because it's something that I don't talk about a lot, but I had a really bad neck injury about 18 months ago, in March last year, and I was down and out there for a while, and
that's what happens when you stick your neck out for other people.
Well, that's what happens. You get it chopped off. But so I didn't. It was that bad. I didn't even know whether I had a singing future there for a little while. Wow. Because they were talking about a really nasty operation, cutting right across here and fixing up a replacing or putting an artificial disc and a titanium plate behind my vocal cords, which would have been very nasty. But through some very a lot of treatment, a lot of natural treatment, I've managed to avoid that operation. But I think in the recovery process and it just gave me time to I think sit back and evaluate the whole Paul Costa story or career or things like that. And I'm saying it to my wife all the time. I really think I've found my mojo again. So it's like like you said, I'm just really moving it into top gear at the moment and loving it. So it's very exciting times.
So rediscovering your passion is such an exciting thing, because I find that not only with music and musicians, but also with business, a lot of times you get bogged down in working in your business and in your music, and rather than standing back and appreciating it and working on your music and being excited about it. So I can see the sparkle in your eye again, and I like it. It's good.
Yeah, no, it's a great thing. I'm really excited about some of the tracks that we're about to record. And I've just recently, another big thrill or honour really, was I've been asked to be an ambassador for Mission Australia, and actually penned a song. They asked me, would you like to pen a song for us? And we penned a song with ROD McCORMACK called Shine. And I've only played it once for them at a Mission Australia event, and they absolutely loved it. So I'm really excited about that, and the opportunities that can bring to Paul Costa and the project. So there's a bit going on. So
the thing I like about you is you've always been really, really big at giving back to the community and charities, and always helping out. So it's great that Mission Australia have really recognised that and gone, nah, we want Mr. Costa full time.
Well, I've got to do at least 3 official duties for them a year, which that's fine. But I think it's going to end up a lot more than that. I think we've already got about half a dozen things lined up. So, but I'm a true believer. If you give, you get it back twice as much. So it's a win-win for everyone, I think.
I completely agree. Completely agree. Well, I'm so pleased that we've been able to have a chat. But just before we go to the video clip, now Survivor, one of my favourite songs that you've done, and I absolutely adored the video clip. It was just done so brilliantly. But can you tell me about the process of writing the song, the inspiration behind it, and a little more about it?
Well, the song. The idea for the song actually came from my brother Noel, who's a co-writer in the song. He was in a bookstore, and there was a book there. He picked it up, and it was called 1932. So we didn't actually buy the book or read the book. He was just flicking through the pages, and he noticed that Sir Donald Bradman, Bodyline. It was the height of the Great Depression. The building of the Sydney Harbour Bridge, the unveiling of the dog on the tucker box. And he rang me up and he said, look, I've got this idea. And then here's a guy that we've never written together before. It's just like, I've got this idea for this song. And all these amazing things happened in this time, in this year. So I thought, fantastic. Let's get together. Let's start writing it. So we had the song probably 3/4 written, and I took what I had to ROD McCORMAck, and he helped tweak it a little bit, you know, with melodies and a few little lines here and there. You know, Survivor 1932 came out of it. And, you know, I think definitely my most requested song in the live at the shows, and probably the most played song on radio and CMC that I've had so far. So it's been a great song, a career song at this stage.
Well, I absolutely love it. I think it's a great song, and I love the video clip too. Not to mention all of your work. I can't wait to hear the new album when it's out, and I also can't wait to see this massive show just at the end of the Cavalcade in Tamworth.
Yeah, we got the Capitol Theatre at 10:30 a.m. straight after the Cavalcade. Just follow me and Ben right around there.
Nothing like a shameless plug.
Yeah, that's right. But it's going to be lots of fun. My first time at the Capitol Theatre, I've everywhere that's gone there has told me it's a fantastic venue, one of the best in Tamworth. And I'm going to have some special surprise guests come along and sing a song with me and stuff like that. So
I'd love to. Thanks for asking.
Mate, you're in. We'll just talk about that later on. Your people can talk to my people, and we'll sort out some tracks that we can do together.
All I need to know is who to invoice.
Yeah, okay, mate. That's the most important thing.
Mate, the rest will work out. Just who do I invoice?
You think?
It's all good. Well, look, if you want more information about Paul, you can check out his website. I'm assuming it's paulcosta.com.au.
That's the one, mate. Spot on.
There you go. How's that? Perfect memory. Perfect memory. Really good at stuff like that. Anyway, let's can the yakking and get to this absolutely amazing video clip and this fantastic song from one of my favourite country artists, Mr. Paul Costa. Thank you very much, mate.
Thanks, Ben. Hope to catch up soon, mate. You're a legend.
Oh, look, you keep talking like that, mate. We're going to be mates for life. Okay, here it is, Survivor 1932.
Paul says we take it all for granted. Says we haven't got a clue. You don't know what life's about until you've had to tough it out like we did in 1932. Struggled through the Great Depression. Got told there's no work here for you. To be knocked back time and time again brings out the best and worst in men. That was life in 1932. We walked the bridge in celebration, unveiled the dog at Gunderkai. Galloping Peter Pan took the cup to Neverland. A bond was formed from hardship. We did what we had to do. Survive in 1932. We turned to our dawn for inspiration. Paul showed the world what he could do. True heroes always seem to know just when we need them the most. Don't needed them in 1932. We walked the bridge in celebration, unveiled the dog at Gunderkai. Galloping Peter Pan took the cup to Neverland. A bond was formed from hardship. We did what we had to do. Survive in 1932. I know we have to look ahead. Those days are now long gone. But let's not take for granted or forget where we come from. hardship, we did what we had to do. Survive in 1932. Says we take it all for granted. So little time, so much to do. Hunger just goes hand in hand with chasing dreams and making plans. Survive in 1932.
Another Ben Sorensen Real Country interview. Hear this interview and many more at www.realcountrymix.com.